Okay, so the second type of this ADT that we are going to study now is stack ADT. Stack as a data structure. Okay, so let's say this. Okay, now we have the concept of this particular linked list. So, which is nothing more than a sequential data structure. Sequential data structure. It means that we cannot access a particular element randomly. In linked list, we know that we cannot access a particular element randomly. How we are going to access a particular element in the linked list? We have to move in some sequential way. In order to move or in order to get that particular element, we just need to move in a sequential way using a particular head pointer. Yes, beta? So this sequential access is a kind of disadvantage for us also, because if you wish to search for a particular element, definitely it is going to take how much time in linked list? What is the time complexity for the linked list? If we have this particular data structure that we are going to use, or meaning the list is a data structure, and the way we are going to implement is a linked list. So in this particular linked list, if you want to search a particular element, then what is the complexity? What is the time complexity in this? Yes, beta. Am I audible? So what is the time complexity in this case? I want to search this element. We go of n, right? So now this is a sequential data structure we have. So if I want to search a particular element, then I just need to traverse for n elements. So, but if in case we are going to use this particular array concept in order to implement a list, so what we are doing right now, we are studying, see, the first ADT that we have covered is the list ADT, okay. So what are the ways in order to implement these ADT? We have the two ways in order to implement this list ADT. So this list ADT, you called this as a list, or you called this as a data structure. Called it is a data structure, because this was just a concept. This was just a concept of the list. Okay, given some list 2, 3, 9, 8. Can you perform some kind of operations on it? Yes, we can perform the operation on this. What are the ways in which we can perform the operations? There are two ways. The first way is array, and the second way is linked list. Yes, beta, are you following this? Yes. So what is the meaning? The meaning is that the data structure is nothing more than a kind of format, the input format that you are going to supply to your algorithm. The data structure is nothing more than a kind of input format that you are going to supply to your algorithm. So the first kind of data that we have studied, that we called as a list. So this list is what? This is the first data structure. This was the first concept that we put forward. Okay, if we have some kind of list, in the form of the list we can supply the data to the algorithm, yes or no? Yes, we can supply. So then we have seen that, okay, what are the ways in order to implement, what are the ways in order to implement this particular list, this particular concept that we have given, the concept of the list. What are the ways? There are two ways. One is the array and one is the linked list. So please mind it, in data structure we have only two ways in order to implement a particular concept, that is the ADT. Whatever the kind of ADT you have in data structure, you have the two ways in order to implement that. What are the two ways? One is the array, and the another way is the linked list concept. That is a dynamic one, or we sometimes we call it is a heap concept. Using the heap concept or using the array, we can implement any kind of data structure. Any kind of data structure meaning any kind of concept that we are going to put forward. Why we are putting all these concepts? Somehow we want to reduce the complexity of my algorithm. If the input that I'm going to supply to my algorithm is in some formatted way, in some nice way, then obviously we can reduce the complexity of that particular algorithm. How? For example, to my algorithm, I am going to supply some sorted input, and I just want to search for a particular element. So supplying a sorted input and giving it to the algorithm, it will be easy for the algorithm to search that particular element in comparison to unsorted list. Yes or no? So it means that the kind of format, the way I am going to supply these inputs to my algorithm actually affects the complexity of that particular algorithm. So it means that we need to study these kinds of input formats. What are the ways in which we can supply the input to my algorithm? The first way that we have studied was the list. In form of the list, we have these list we can supply to our algorithm. Okay. How we are going to implement this list? How we are going to implement this list? Using two concepts. One is the array, one is the linked list. But whenever we are going to use the concept of this particular list and we are going to use the linked list for its implementation, then the searching time in this list will be of order of n. But what is the case of array? If you are going to use the array concept in order to implement this particular concept, what will be the time complexity in this case? What is the time complexity, beta? I want to search this for. I just want to search this particular element. So there are two cases. There are two cases. One case, let us call this an array case, or this is the linked list case. So now you want to perform some kind of searching. If index is known, if you know that okay, this is the index, I just want to fetch this index. If index is known, then in case of the array, what will be the complexity? Order of one, because I can fetch that element because I know the index position. Okay. Then second case, in case of the linked list, it is always you know the index. It doesn't hamper in this case of the linked list, because in case of the linked list we always traverse it using the head pointer. Okay, so it will always be n. But if this particular index is not known, then it will be what? Order of n, and it is always order of n. Because if I do not know the index, for what index I just need to fetch the element, I just need to traverse this whole array. Yes or no? Okay. Now, so this was the case. So why we are discussing this case? Because now we are going to move toward another concept, that is the concept of this particular stacks. First concept that we have covered is the concept of the list. For the list or any kind of data structure, not only specifically to the list or stack or the queues, any kind of data structure, we have the two ways to implement them. What are the two ways? One is the array and one is the linked list. In both cases, when we have used this particular concept of the list, we have seen that if I am going to implement this concept of the list using linked list, then the complexity will be order of n. When I am going to use the concept of the array, then these are the complexities. Which particular way I am going to choose, that depends on your requirement. If in very advanced you know the input size, then we suggest that you will go for the array implementation. Yes or no? But if you do not know about the input size, then it is recommended that you will go for this particular linked list concept. Okay, now this was the case for the list as an ADT or list as a data structure. So please do not get confused, sir. What is a data structure actually is? Data structure is nothing more than a kind of concept. It is your understanding. Okay, can I put forward my concept like this? And can you implement it? Yes, I can implement it. But what is your concept? Sir, my concept is about the list. Given some numbers, can you implement them? Okay, I can implement. We have two ways. Okay, what is another concept? Maybe Amit is saying, sir, I have another concept. What kind of concept you have? Sir, I have another concept of giving the input to the algorithm using the concept of stacks. Okay, what is this concept stack? How it is useful? So the second the second data structure for input feed, let me call as a feed, is what? The concept of stacks. This is the second concept. Somehow I will put forward this concept of stack. Then the next question, how we are going to implement your concept in data structure? Now this is a data structure. I have only two ways in order to implement them. One is linked list, because this is dynamic, and then second is array, that is static. Now up to this point, any confusion up to this point? Okay. So now the takeaway from this is format of your input. What it will do? Will affect efficiency of algorithm. Efficiency meaning in terms of the time and space it will affect. So the format of your algorithm is nothing more than what? The data structure you choose. Okay, the data structure you will choose will affect the efficiency of algorithm. And what is the data structure that you can choose? The first data structure that you have chosen was the list. The second data structure that you are going to choose now is the stack. Up to this point it is clear? Okay, now formally, now let's start with this particular concept of the stacks. Concept, theoretical concept. Otherwise, if I will say, okay, can you show me, sir, this particular stack inside the memory? No, I cannot show it because this is a kind of concept. But yes, I can implement it. How I am going to implement? We have two ways. For this, whatever the kind of data structure or so on, what are the ways? The ways are only linked list and array. Okay, now. So let's, yes. One is dynamic, one is static. आप कंसेप्ट लेके आओ, बोलो सर मैंने नया कंसेप्ट बनाया सर, इससे मेरे एल्गोरिथम की एफिशिएंसी बड़ी इंक्रीज हो जाती है अगर इस कंसेप्ट से आप इनपुट फॉर्मेट दोगे तो उस पर्टिकुलर कंसेप्ट को आप क्या बोलोगे? यहाँ पे वो क्या है, आपका डेटा स्ट्रक्चर क्या यूज कर रहे हो आप? सर मेरा डेटा स्ट्रक्चर स्टैक्स वाला है, सर मेरा डेटा स्ट्रक्चर क्यू वाला कंसेप्ट है, सर मेरा डेटा स्ट्रक्चर लिंक लिस्ट वाला कंसेप्ट है। कैसे इंप्लीमेंट करोगे? सर दो तरीके हैं, आप रिक्वायरमेंट बताओ, स्टैटिक है कि डायनेमिक? स्टैटिक है, सर एरे का यूज कर लेंगे। सर डायनेमिक है, लिंक लिस्ट का यूज कर लेंगे। बात समझ में आई? ओके, नाउ ब्रीफ हिस्ट्री। व्हाट इज अ स्टैक? How many students are there? Today's class 68. Okay. Okay. So any one of you know about the brief history of this particular stack? How this what is a stack? You know what is a stack? One by one, we have this particular. This is one block, and over to this particular block, we are keeping the second block, and over to this block we are going to keep the third block. So this is a kind of stack formation. This is a kind of stack formation. So any guess how we are any type of history from where this particular concept actually being taken or being originated? Not necessarily for the computer people, but yes, this is how the people think about the concept of this particular stack, and they now they moved it to the computer science. So if you remember that, but I think nowadays merely it is the case. But in our days, what actually being happened when we went to marriages? So what happened there? We have a lot of plates, you know. So we have this kind of plates arrangement, this kinds of plates arrangement. So what we used to do, so someone will take the plate from here, someone in hurry or he's very hungry, so what he will do, what he used to do actually, he comes and take plate from here. Yes, so this was the initial situation in the marriages. So what happened if we are going to take out the plates from here in the marriage? So this plate will broken, I mean it can be broken, right? Or it will be displayed from it can be displayed from here to here. So this was the kind of chaos that is being created. So what these marriage or these organizers actually they thought about, they think about it, okay, why don't you put a kind of arrangement so that nobody will do such kind of stuff. So what they did, they actually they put the concept of this particular drum. Okay, now I'm talking about some kind of royal marriages now. Okay, so what they have done, so this is a kind of spring. This is a kind of spring, and this is a hot water here. Okay, this is a hot water, very hot water. And over to this spring, now we are going to put my plates. Over to this spring, I am going to put my plates. So now, will somebody will come here? Can he take out this particular plate? No, he cannot take it. So now this is a kind of beautiful arrangement now. So what they did, okay, if someone just want to take the plate, then what he will do, he just take it from the top only. He just take it from the top position only. And if the waiter want to push the plate, then where he is going to push? Only above he can push. So both the operation, that is the push and the pop operation, is always on the from the top only. So this is a kind of concept that is being used in kind of marriages, maybe I mean in some kind of royal marriages, I think so. But yes, okay, okay. Siddharth is saying, I think Siddharth you used to visit lot of restaurants and the buffet, right, kind of things. But yeah, I haven't seen it. Meaning, maybe in one marriage I have seen it, but no, not much. Anyways, so this is the kind of concept that was being taken from the, I think so that in taken from this particular marriage concepts, right? Marriage or restaurants concepts. So the computer science have taken this particular concept, that is the concept of stacks. So what it says, whatever the element that you want to push, you just need to push it on the top. Whatever the element that you want to pop, that is meaning delete, you just delete it from the top only. So in computer science, we have taken this particular concept, and what we are saying, if you want to push a particular element, where you have to push it, you just need to push it to the top. So as of now, this is the top. Okay. The second element I want to push, I just need to push on the top. So this is the second element. I just want to push another. This is third. I just want to pop out. Pop meaning delete, and push meaning is a push, right? Insert. So I just want to pop out. So I just need to take it out from the top only. So this is the concept of what we called as the stack concept. This is clear to everyone better now. What is the advantage? Where we are going to use this concept? Okay, implementation we will see later, but where actually in the real scenario where we are seeing this kind of concept. So there are a lot of applications in fact. So the one particular application I think you will, I also be familiar with this particular browsing. Browsing करते हो? So you just open this particular Google and then you, yeah, then you go to yahoo.com, or inside the Yahoo you just scroll some page number 1, then you go to the page number 2 and so on. So how our browser is going to remember all these things? Whenever you are going to press the back button, whenever you are going to press the back button, then we will go to the page number 1, then we will go to the Yahoo, and then we will go to the Google. Yes or no? So this is the browser is actually using the concept. The implementation of these browsers is actually using the concept of this particular stack concept. So first, this was the first page, this was the second page, this is the third page that we visited, this is the fourth page we visited. So okay, so this was the first page, this was the second page, this was the third page, this was the fourth page, like so. So now we are going to press the back button. So I am getting the fourth. Now I am pressing the back button. I am getting third. Pressing the back button. Back button meaning deletion. That is pop out. So where from where we are going to pop it out? From the top only. From the top only. Yes. So initially the push operation. Top, that is browsing forward, and this was browsing back, that is pop operation from top. Okay, so this is one application that we have. The second kind of application you will see in this particular text editors. Okay, there, or in most of the Microsoft Word also, or whatever the kind of text editors you have undo redo operation. Yes. Control Z. Yes, beta. So this is also a kind of stack operations. The implementation of this particular text editor is using the concept of the stacks. And then we have some kind of this particular pattern matching. Let me call it this pattern matching. Pattern matching or matching this particular HTML tag. So you will study this particular web application. There will study about the tags, right? So how to match these tags in HTML pages. There also we use this particular concept of the stacks. Meaning there are a lot of applications, right? So in concept of the recursions also we will study this particular recursion concept. We will study about the infix and postfix conversions. What are these postfix infix conversion? We'll see it later. We have detailed discussion on this convergence. And yeah, so and one important is also about the tree traversing. Okay, or graph traversing, tree or graph, how to traverse a particular tree or graph using the stacks. So there are kind of a lot of applications of using this particular kind of concept. Now how we are going to actually use this concept? Can you tell me how we are going to implement them? Okay. Sorry. Yes, beta. Now coming to the concept of implementation, can anybody tell me now what are the ways in which you can implement this particular stacks? Implementation of, अभी बताया बेटा हमने अभी. Yes. using array and using linked list. Kind of dynamic implementation or something. When you will study about the heaps, then you will know that there is a heap is a kind of dynamic implementation of the linked list. So anyways, just as of now, just take it. Okay, this is a kind of heap concept also, where you will use the dynamic linked list, meaning linked list as a dynamic structure, and here is a static version. So there are two ways. So why we are the two ways? Because see, this is a kind of data structure, this is a kind of concept, and in data structure we have the two ways to implement them, that is the array and the linked list. Okay. Now, if we are going to use this particular array concept, what is the advantage and what is the disadvantage in order to implement this? Advantage? This is a kind of disadvantage. For advantage, if you know the size, then you should not go for this particular kind of complicated what we'll say implementation. Rather than using the concept of array, just you will implement the things. Okay, if size is lesser, then you will definitely go for it. But the disadvantage is that in advance, if you do not know about the sizes, then we have to go for this particular linked list. Also, what other things? Static, yes. In most of the actual situation, beta, in most of the situation, in the real time work situations, we actually do not know about our input format, meaning the size of the input format is actually don't not known, or if it is known, then it is a kind of very naive algorithm for which we are going to implement these things. What I'm saying is, if you have some algorithm, I just want to implement this algorithm, the input size that I'm giving to this particular algorithm can be known, but in most of the cases, this particular input size is actually not known. So we cannot apply this particular simple concept. We cannot apply this simple concept. So for that, we just need to take the help of this particular linked list. So problem with the array implementation is that you should know the size of data structure, that is your input, in advance. If you know it, then go with the array. But in most of the cases, we do not know in advance the how much memory a program will take. So in that case, go with the dynamic memory allocation, that is structures, that is the linked list. So it is advantageous that, but in most of the cases, like we have studied the linked list, this particular list concept, list as a ADT. If we are going to implement this particular list concept using the linked list, then yes beta, किसके क्लास है बेटा?